The Lions making it to Super Bowl 59 in election year is going to have everything to do with the indirect election of the first female president. If Biden gets elected and Harris is going to become president, the Lions have a female owner. And when she took over the Lions, it was the first time in NFL history that ownership was passed between two women. Sheila Ford Hamp is born October 31st. 31 is 4. 10 is 1 of 1951, which is 16, which is 7. Sheila Ford Hamp is a 12-3 lifepath numerology. The Ravens versus the Lions are going to win their next championship 12 years later against a team with the owner that's a 12 lifepath numerology. Her birthday, October 31st. The amount of time from her birthday to the day of the Super Bowl leaves us with 3 months and 9 days. Kamala's Gamache 39. Harbaugh's 39. We talk about John Harbaugh. The Lions is Gamache 39. 3 months and 9 days after her birthday. The Lions would play in the Super Bowl next year. Kamala Harris is also as Gamache of the Ravens. You know, another colored president, and then obviously Lamar Jackson make it to the Super Bowl is going to fit that narrative. Lamar Demetrius Jackson Jr. is Gamache 94. Next year for the Lions would be the 94th year in existence. And you think about the Lions playing their first home game 30 years later. You know, they played their first home game 30 years later, and now the Ravens go 3-0 in the Super Bowl against the Lions. So that's kind of the story there as far as the significance of 30 goes. The Lions is Gamache of 102. Then end day included, this turns into 102 days from her birthday to the rigged scripted Super Bowl. But you're probably wondering about Election Day too. 2025, the Super Bowl being played in year 25. Ford is 25, Goff is 25, Ravens 25, Biden 25. So you're probably wondering, hey, what's going to be the tribute here with Election Day, November 5th of 2024. Biden and Harris win yet again because Republicans are running a loser, and this generation, they hate Donald Trump. So he's got zero chance to run insurrectionists. People are really concerned about democracy in this country. I mean, you know, all the losers back in 2020 were predicting Donald Trump. Everybody was wrong about that election. It's like these numbskulls, they don't know anything about politics. Let's see, amount of time from November 5th, January the 7th, Lamar's birthday, 2 months and 2 days. Doug Williams won Super Bowl 22. I like that 22 a lot right there. Election day to the Super Bowl, how it ties into, you know, the indirect election of the first female president, and then the Lions have a female owner in the Super Bowl, you know. 3 months and 4 days, 96 days. I know I keep thinking Baltimore's 96, but Baltimore is not 96. 3 months and 4 days would actually be the Gamache of Goff, would actually be the Gamache of Maryland. Where's the last quarterback to win over at New Orleans? Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is also Gamache 34. But this is definitely going to be something to look out for as far as the Lions are concerned for the Super Bowl, for the upcoming Super Bowl. Now Sheila Ford Hamp is Gamache 135. 13 weeks and 5 days later from the election would be the Super Bowl. So 13 weeks, 5 days, that's the under 35. Sheila Ford Hamp is Gamache 72, and I like how that's the Gamache of Jared Goff's full name. Jared Goff is Gamache 72 as well. Or better yet, let's go to Kamala's her birthday. You can see election playlist at the end of the video. October 20 to the day of the scripted Super Bowl on February the 9th. On the 40th day, the Ravens is Gamache 40, 39 prior days. The Lions Gamache 39. But take a look. 112 days from Kamala's birthday to the Super Bowl. The Ravens is 112. Kamala 112. Just I think being a black president, and you think about the Ravens too, they are from Maryland, named after the Virgin Mary. So this is Maryland itself is going to tie into the indirect election of the first female president. Which is funny because 1 year and 12 days after the Chiefs beat the Ravens in the AFC title game, the Ravens win the Super Bowl. So that's what you have to keep in mind. I think Goff's number 16 weeks from her birthday would be the Super Bowl. Now, Biden gets inaugurated again, January 20th, the day of inauguration, burying any right-wing insurrection. 20 days from inauguration to the Super Bowl. I know it's Jared that's Camacho 20. Lamar's Camacho of 18. Louisiana is the 18th admitted state in this union. The Vice President Harris. So anyway, the election is absolutely going to tie into the outcome of the NFL. This is the 60th election, and this will be the 60th season combined for teams based at Indianapolis, 31 for the Colts, and the Ravens are in their 29th season in Baltimore. So I kind of like how that connects to what we talked about in that video too. But here it is, the scripted election tributes. Just think back a second to 2016, Make America Great Again, and Donald Trump won, and he was inaugurated in 2017, and then the Falcons, then the Patriots won the Super Bowl. So that's how it was scripted for 2016. As far as 2020 goes, looting, all that, Joe Biden, and then the Pillagers win the Super Bowl, the Buccaneers, and then you think back all the way back in time to 2008. Well, John McCain was the Republican nominee from Arizona, and Obama, first black president, then Mike Tomlin, first black coach to beat Arizona in that scripted Super Bowl. So this is how, if you're wondering, the past, how it relates to this season for the upcoming NFL season, which would be the 105th NFL season in history. Now, better yet, Joe Biden's Camacho 37, same Camacho as Lamar Jackson, next black quarterback to win 37 years later. So keep that in mind. Barack is also Camacho of 18. Lamar's Camacho of 18. Vice president under Obama, and Obama was the first president. It's been a while since we've seen a black quarterback win the Super Bowl, so I like how Lamar has got Camacho Barack, and Louisiana is the 18th admitted state in the union. But better yet, Joe Biden's Camacho 37 is going to connect to the next black quarterback to win the Super Bowl 37 years later from Super Bowl 22. That's what we have to keep in mind as far as that goes. How about full and plus Joe Biden, Joe's Camacho 30 and 12, Joe Flacco Super Bowl 47 at New Orleans, Joe Biden, the president of the United States. If Detroit loses San Francisco, they improve to 1 and 2 in the NFC Championship game next year, and then the Ravens improve to 3 and 0 in the Super Bowl. It ties into Joe Flacco and Joe Biden, the election of Joe Biden, and then the Colts originate from Baltimore, and now the Ravens can go 3 and 0 in the Super Bowl. So keep in mind all the election tributes for next year's Super Bowl, Super Bowl 59.